Hi everyone, welcome back to The Chosen One by Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your support. Today I'm going to share my testimony, how I had changed, completely changed. I remember when I was going through a lot of different changes, as you grow up, and I was in relationships, and I just was, as you grow up, you like in relationships at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. You just trying to see what life is all about. So I remember when God had really changed me from the inside, and I just started feeling different, because when God saved you from yourself, when God saved you from the things you've been going through with people just treating you wrong and just not doing you right, God will change you when you really want to be changed. When you really pray and say, God, look, I need you to change me from the inside out, God will change you. Open up your mouth, surrender to God, get in your prayer closet now and say, God, I want to be changed. I want to be freely delivered. It's some things, Father, I need your help, and I know you the only one can help. The only way God can help you is when you fully open up your mouth and tell God, God, I need you to change me. Let me tell you, God is the same as yesterday, today, and forevermore. God gonna always be the same. When your relationship ends, God is still there. And I didn't understand what my parents were saying until God really opened my eyes to see that, yeah, I'm here with you, Ashley. You all I got. You all I got. And when I started really opening up my eyes and I really started reading my Bible and I started seeing how God died for me, and I started seeing how God went through different things in the Bible, how he went through different things with Satan, and how he died for us, and how he died on the cross and he shed his blood. They whooped him. And I just started, reading my Bible, started worshiping God, started just meditating, started changing my life around, because I wanted to be changed. I wanted God to change me, but I told him, I said, God, look, I need you to change me. When I had changed, when God had changed me, and I seen myself changing, my prayer life was changing. I would wake up early in the morning, I'm seeking God, I'm praying, and God had really changed me. I didn't know who I was until I really started seeing the things I was doing. I had to, how God just show you the things that you used to do and you don't do them anymore through other people. And I was I remember how I would get on the bus and I seen, young ladies like me. They was in their 20s just like me, and they just in sin. Sometimes God will show you stuff, and the things that he will show me, some things, I'd be like, Lord, wow. You know the things that you don't supposed to do. I remember I used to get on a bus. I used to see people doing stuff, and I'd be like, wow, people are crazy. You really have to, be in your right mind to know God. You really have to be in your right mind to be willing to do the right thing that you want to do for God. So I began to pray. One day I was in my apartment. I was praying, and I started speaking to God. I had my daughter. I started speaking to God. I said, God, I'm sorry. And once I started doing that, I started telling him that. I started opening my mouth and I said, God, you know what? I'm sorry that I did things that I ain't supposed to do. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I sinned. I'm sorry. When you start opening your mouth and telling God that you're sorry for being disrespectful, I'm sorry for sinning, I'm sorry for going against your commandments, God will open up your heart. But why I had changed, because I wasn't seeing what I wanted to see. I mean, I was in a relationship at the time, but I mean, I was the same age I am now. I mean, 28. And the guy that, you know, I thought the relationship would work out, but God had to change me. And sometimes I want y'all to understand. I want you to understand this. God has to change you to get you where he wants you to go. And sometimes your change can save that person's life. Because I remember, you know, when we was in sin so bad, and I just said, you know what, God, this is just getting ridiculous. You know, I need you to change me. I told God, I started praying every morning. I would wake up at like early in the morning. I'm talking about time that y'all wouldn't even understand. I would just wake up early in the morning and I would just pray. I mean, I would wake up at 6. God would wake me up sometimes at 3, sometimes 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 11:30. And I told him, I asked God, I said, God, change my praying time. And the time he gave me, it was like 12, 3 in the morning. And I was like, wow. I mean, 3 in the morning is very, very good to be praying. And I would just say, if you really want God to change you, I would just say, be open up to him. Be open up to him, and he will change you from the inside. And always be honest with God, because that's the first thing he would say is just, you know, talk to God like you talking to other people. And like, just be honest with him and just say, God, look, I need you to help me. I'm going through fornication. I'm sinning. I need you to just open up my mind and help me to stop doing this, because this is not good. So just be honest with God and just let him know that, you know what, God, I just want to change myself from the inside. And when you start telling God that you want to be changed, he will change you. He will change you. So the reason why I had changed, because I seen myself going nowhere. I didn't see myself going anywhere when I was in sin. I mean, I asked God, I said, God, you have to change me, because this is not good. When you have to really go through what I had went through to understand. But some of y'all already in it. Some of y'all already sinning. I mean, when I'm saying sinning, some of y'all already having sex and you're not married, and you trying to be lukewarm at the same time. You trying to live for God and you still having intercourse and doing things that you don't supposed to do. And I didn't even understand all that. When my parents would tell me stuff like that, I just used to say, yeah, whatever, I'm grown. I'd be like, yeah, whatever, I don't want to hear that. But when you really sit down and you look at how your life and stuff is, and you just be like, wow, my parents was right and stuff. My parents was right and everything. And you just say, wow, I wish I would have listened sooner, because maybe I could have been married. I could have, you know, had a bigger family now. Let me tell you this, your obedience play a big part in your life. Things that you sinning, things that you didn't do right and stuff, all that stuff is adding up. And yes, God delay some things because your disobedience. But God is, all you have to do is open up your mouth and say, God, I want to change. I want to stop sinning. I want to stop doing the wrong thing. So the real reason why I stopped having sex, the real reason why I stopped fornication, the real reason why, because I didn't see no good. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see anything. I mean, I was still, let me tell you this, I was still doing my business with the person, and it's not going to change anything. Like, you be like, oh my gosh, like sometimes I ask God, and I'm not even lying, I ask God, You know, why it take guys 10 years, 15 years to marry a woman? I mean, you've been with a woman for 6, 7 years and, you know, no marriage. You still gave her a promise ring. I'm not being funny, but I'm just saying, if you've been with somebody 7, 8 years, 5 years, 4 years, they don't need no promise ring. You need to go ahead and give them engagement ring. You need to go ahead and give them engagement ring because you've been with the person for a long time. So I would say, you know, give them an engagement ring. I would say go ahead and give them an engagement ring and just go ahead and go. Sometimes people, back in the day, people would just go ahead and marry them. They wouldn't even do no promise ring and engagement ring and all that other stuff. Because now today, it's like these guys is just joking. They don't know the real, they don't know the real diary. They don't even know the real instruction, how they supposed to marry a woman. If you know that that woman is for you, you should know. Let me tell you this. If a woman know how to cook, clean, and take care of the household, and everything, if she know how to do that for you, then that's the person that God has for you. But let me tell you this. The relationship, I don't know why people wait 5, 10, 7 years, 8 years. It don't take all that. If I know I love him and I know he loved me, I'm saying, like, if you've been with me for 2 years, I'm gonna say 2 years and in what, 3 months, a marriage need to happen. Because at the end of the day, you gotta realize all this time and effort y'all putting in a relationship, and you mean tell me it's not going nowhere? I mean, a marriage can happen, but you want to make sure that, I would say, get married to the person. If you've been with them, I would say 2 to 4 years. You should know them. It shouldn't even be, oh my gosh. Yeah, promise ring is nice. A promise ring is good. But if you've been with that person 7 years, they don't need no promise ring. They need an engagement ring and go ahead. In the next 6 months, y'all need to go ahead and get married. And stop playing games, because what you already doing things that married people supposed to do and everything. So I would just say, go ahead and get married to the person and just stop doing fornication, because say one day y'all have sex and God stop you, you know? So just be cautious about the things that you do. Be cautious about the things that you're doing with people. Because that's what, I don't know, God is saying be cautious, because the things that you're doing that's not in his will, your life can stop. Your life can stop. And I'm talking about your heartbeat can stop. He can stop different things on you because you're not being obedient. Like I said, some of y'all are fornicating. Some of y'all are having sex and you're not even married. Stop doing the wrong thing and just be in the will of God. Just be in the will of God. And just know that God loves you and God understands. God understands your story. He wants the best for you and he wants you to do right. But the real reason why I had changed, because I didn't see no good on the other side. I didn't see myself getting better while I was in sin. While I was in sin, all I seen was darkness, and I seen things that, it's crazy. When you in sin, God will still show you yourself. God will still show you yourself while you're in sin. And there's no light. It's no light. It's no light of being obedient. It's no light of nothing. It's like you almost half dead. So like when I went through that, and I said, you know what, God, I'm going to change. I told him. I started confessing, repenting, and sometimes I'm just talking to y'all, to be honest. Sometimes when you stop sin, when you stop the sin, don't go back into it. Don't go back into it. And I'm going to tell you this. When you're in sin, don't go back into it, and understand that God have you go through different things for a reason. God have you go through different things for a reason in your life. And sometimes he have to get you to where you have to develop, you have to grow, you have to mature. So he have to change you from the inside and out. So sometimes when God take you through stuff and he said, you know what, Ashley, I want you to change. That's what I heard God. When I was in the apartment by myself, I was just praying and crying. And I said, God, I need you to change me. I need you to show me if this person is for me. I started getting on my knees early in the morning and I started seeking God. And I tell you, God will show you the person that you're dating. God will show you if that person is for you. He will let you know if that person is for you or if that person is against you. The person I was dating was against me. The person was jealous. He was evil. He was just nasty. He didn't like me at all. And for the person to feel that way all this time, we've been together a year and a couple of months, you feel that type of way towards me. And I've been there for the person. And I tell you, I was there for the person. I was good to him and everything. And the person just was just so evil. But I asked God, I said, I remember one day I talked to my pastor. And my pastor said, just pray. Just pray. And ask God to show you his heart. When I tell you 2 weeks after I prayed that prayer, God showed me his heart. And I was like the devil done rose up. I'm telling you. It was like the devil done rose up. And I didn't know who the person was. Because I said, wow, was coming in late, taking showers, doing things I'd never seen him done before. And just was coming in late, being disrespectful, slamming doors, didn't want to cook, didn't want to spend time with the baby, didn't want to do anything. So I just said to God, I said, God, you know what? I just want you to change me. When I tell you I would have dreams, God would give me visions. He would show me stuff. He was opening my eyes. When I was in sin, and I just say, God, you know what? Just change me. And I just started praying. I got on my knees. Started getting on my knees early in the morning. I would just pray. I have a scarf around my head. And I would just pray. And I said, God, I need to be changed. Like, really, I need to be changed. I got to stop playing with this sin. I just started talking to God. God worked on me, changed me, and just fixed me and everything. And I said, God, if you could just change me, I would just do better. And I would just serve you forever. And it was a commitment I made with God. And I tell you, the same prayer or that I was praying for me and my children is the same prayer or I'm using now. And I'm still using the same bottle. But like I say, if you really want God to change you, just open up your mouth and say, God, I want to be changed from the inside. But the real reason why I had changed is because I didn't see myself going nowhere. I seen myself just wasn't going nowhere with God. So I had to change myself. And while God had changed me, when I tell you I had became a better person, I am making videos every day. I'm being faithful to y'all. And, you know, I just want to be what God want me to be. And you have to really understand yourself. Look at yourself. Just like sit down, look at yourself and say, God, what do I need to fix about myself? And it's okay. I don't know why. And I ask somebody why. Every time you talk about God, why is a touching topic? Because people don't want to change, but you have to change. 2022 is a powerful year that's coming. 2022 is a powerful year that's coming above. And God wants us to really seek him, pray, and just worship him in 2022. But remember to stay blessed, focused, and encouraged. And thank you for watching. Thank you.